Right, for all you beef lovers out there, I'm going to show you how I prepare and cook an Aberdeen Angus beef joint. Now, this is 1.5 kilograms of pure beef, and it's been out of the fridge for about half an hour. It does recommend 15 minutes, and 50 minutes per kilogram, and plus an extra 25 minutes. Now, I never sear it. I never sear my beef. I just take it straight out of the wrapper, and I use the blood that is in there to go into my pan, my roasting tin. Now, it recommends just putting it in a roasting tin and then putting it in the centre of the oven and then cooking it at 180 degrees. Now, I use onion and apple in water so that the blood can mix, and that is my gravy stock, and it is absolutely amazing. So like I say, this has been out for half an hour. I'm going to cut it open, put it in my tin, and then it's going to go in the oven for the first 50 minutes, and then I turn it, and so on and so on. And then I'll take an internal temperature, and once it's ready, I'll carve it. Back later.
A few moments later.
Okay, so there you go. It's in the tin, and as you can see, the water's kind of slightly different colour, a reddish kind of colour. That's the blood that's in there. What I'll normally do is I'll season the top with salt and pepper, and then I'll whack it in the oven.
50 minutes later.
Okay, so first 50 minutes are up, and it's quite a crust on the top. Like I said, I'm only cooking it at 180. It's sort of like slow cooking. I don't do it above 200 degrees. I always keep it, like I say, 180. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over, put it back in for another 50 minutes. We'll be back again.
Another 50 minutes later.
Okay, just to show that I have turned it over. It's nice and soft underneath. There's still quite a bit of fat there, but that'll get crusty. That'll bake quite nice. That will. Still soft. Yeah, another 50 minutes, and then we'll have another check. Back in a bit.
Yet another 50 minutes later.
Okay guys, this is after the second period of 50 minutes. As you can tell, it's starting to really harden around the side, especially on the top. Obviously the centre is still going to be uncooked, which is why it needs another 50 minutes and then another 25. The water is starting to change colour drastically, and you're getting little flecks of beef that falls off the joint, and that adds to the flavour of the gravy. It's going to be absolutely awesome. If the water level gets too low, because obviously the apples and the onions that are in there, they're starting to brown, they're starting to burn. So what you can do is just top the water up just a little bit, not too much. Otherwise you're going to just dilute the flavours too much. So we're going to turn it again, put it in for another 50 minutes, and then we'll have another check. Back in a bit.
Another 50 minutes later again.
So now I've taken the meat out with only 19 minutes left of the 50, so I'm going to turn it over again because I want to make sure that all four sides are nice and cooked. And then we'll be back for the next 25 minutes. Gravy looks, well, the stock looks really good. I transfer that into a metal cup, and then I put it into my 2 gravy mixtures. It's going to be beautiful. Back in a bit. Right, so we are now at 3 sessions of 50 minutes, and I'm going to turn it again, give it another 25 minutes, and that stock is looking absolutely amazing. Back in a bit. Okay, one thing I did neglect to do was check the internal temperature of the beef, and it is sitting at 170 at the moment. That is cooked right through. So I'm going to turn the temp down a bit for the last 25 minutes, and it should be absolutely beautiful.
20 minutes later.
Okay, so there you have it guys. I took it out a minute before. It's not a problem. That looks absolutely awesome. With the juices what I normally do is get a paper towel to the side, scoop out all the remains of the apple and the onion, and it's going to leave you with an absolutely, it's slightly oily based, but I'm not too bothered about that. Stock for the graver. So taking most of it out. Don't mind if there's a few strands left. It's not a problem. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is going to go into a separate cup, a camping cup. The tray's not too hot now, so all that in there. Don't waste a drop. Get it all in there. Okay, and then all I'll do is just transfer it to the jugs of graver. So they get quite a few people here for dinner, so that is going to taste absolutely beautiful. Right, I'm going to wrap that in tin foil, leave it for 10 minutes and give it a carve. Okay everybody, that's how I cook a beef joint. Now, I finished the video where I said I was going to wrap it in tin foil. I did that for 10 minutes and then I got my carving knife out and it broke. So I'd carve it by hand, which wasn't too bad at the end. It carved quite well. And the result was that everybody thought it was one of the best joints, one of the best beef joints they've had for a long time. And the gravy was spectacular. So, if you want to know how to roast a Aberdeen Angus beef joint, that was about a 1.5 kilo beef joint, so quite a big joint. There you go. That's how you do it, and it comes out perfect. As long as you tin foil it and at the end and give it 10 minutes to rest, all the juices just they just soak in. It's absolutely fantastic. Everybody's pleased. Really good Sunday dinner. Yeah, look forward to the next one. I'll probably do a pork joint next time. Wait for the next. Cheers guys.